Komodo Island, you did not misunderstand. This island is a landmass located in the southwest of Indonesia, where tropical heat dominates and it is isolated from the rest of the world. And on this island, there is a creature that has existed for many years. This creature is so different and unusual that I am sure many of us would be afraid if we saw it in real life. We humans are not the only ones who fear it. The prey of the Komodo dragon also freeze in place when they see it. Right now, you are seeing it. People who hear about this animal for the first time usually describe it as a large lizard. This description is technically correct, but it only tells a very small part of the truth, because the Komodo dragon does not stand out only with its size or its speed. What makes it one of the most powerful animals in Indonesia is the multi-layered and well-coordinated biological system it has gained over many years. Without understanding this system, it is not possible to understand this animal. Before getting into deeper topics, I want to mention a few things. If you like this kind of content, I will ask you for a small thing at the beginning of the video. If you like the video and subscribe to the channel, this series will reach many more people. These are the most important metrics that will push our channel forward in the YouTube algorithm. So my friend, if you watch the video until the end and share your thoughts about it, you will be giving great support. Remember, if there is a creature stronger and more powerful than the animals we have examined so far, the members of the faunophile family have it. I love you all. Now let's continue our video. Venom komodoense, a creature that can exceed 3 meters and reach 90 kilograms. But the real point is not these numbers, because there are bigger and heavier animals in nature. An African elephant can reach tons in weight. A saltwater crocodile can produce a stronger bite force. But what makes the Komodo dragon different is not being the biggest or the strongest in this competition. It is how it uses the power it has. At first glance, it looks slow, but it can launch an attack with unexpected speed over short distances. Its muscle structure and balance control work in a way that can move a heavy body in a very short time. And when that moment comes, the attack is not just a single contact. The tail, claws, and jaws engage at the same time, so it is not a single strength but a combined system. Most predators in the world rely either on their speed or their raw power. The Komodo dragon follows a different path. It makes the first contact, then spreads the process over time. This makes it one of the most efficient hunters in nature, because the goal here is not an instant victory, but an inevitable outcome. So, to understand this animal, it is not enough to look at its height or weight. The real question is, how can it be so effective with such limited physical advantages? Let's talk about this in the comments. I think what I just explained will make even more sense now. For this reason, we need to talk more deeply about some of the features of this animal. First of all, its tail makes up almost half of its body length. In most reptiles, the tail provides balance, but in the Komodo dragon, it is an active weapon. In moments of threat, it is used like a horizontal whip and can generate enough force to knock down a medium-sized animal. Its claws are also functional in the same way. They are long and curved, ideal for grabbing and locking. When the prey is caught, the claws close, and at the same time, biting and pressing to the ground occur. 3 different forces combine at a single point. There are many misconceptions about the speed of this animal. It can reach 20 kilometers per hour over short distances, but this is not its main strength, because the hunting strategy of the Komodo dragon is not based on speed. It does not need it. The real effect begins after the bite in its lower jaw. Just under the teeth, there are venom glands. The substance secreted from these glands prevents blood from clotting. When the bite occurs, this fluid enters directly into the wound. At the same time, the bacteria between the teeth infect the wound. When these two systems work together, no matter how strong the prey is, it weakens over time and eventually collapses. This is not just a hunting method. This is a perfect system where patience and adaptation come together. And the animal that carries this system is one of the most effective predators in nature. The tongue structure of the Komodo dragon is one of the most critical starting points to understand this animal. Its long and forked tongue collects chemical particles in the air and carries them to the Jacobson organ in the upper part of its mouth. This organ processes the collected information and makes a very sensitive analysis about direction, distance, and type of prey. The scent traces carried by the wind can be detected up to 9 kilometers thanks to this system. And this system works continuously. While the dragon walks, it sticks out its tongue, collects data, and analyzes it instantly. This cycle can continue without interruption for hours. Its vision also completes this system. The Komodo dragon can distinguish colors, and its motion detection is highly developed. It can notice a moving creature up to 300 meters away. But what is more interesting is its low light performance. There are only cone cells in its retina. There are no rod cells. This means that its night vision is weak. But in daylight, its perception of color and contrast is extremely clear. In this way, it can distinguish the type of prey, its movement, and even whether it is weak. When it comes to bite force, there is an interesting situation here. The jaw muscles of the Komodo dragon are actually not very strong for its size. At first glance, this may seem like a disadvantage. But when you look at the structure of its teeth, the situation changes. The teeth are curved backward, sharp, and serrated like a saw. This structure is designed not for cutting, but for gripping and tearing. After biting, the dragon shakes its head from side to side. This movement allows the teeth to go deeper, widens the wound, and causes the venom to spread over a larger area. So, a low bite force becomes quite effective when combined with the right mechanics. Its digestive capacity is one of the most remarkable features of this animal. A Komodo dragon can consume up to 80% of its own body weight in a single feeding. For a 90-kilogram individual, this means about 70 kilograms. To digest this amount, its stomach acid is extremely strong. It breaks down bones, skin, and tough tissues and accelerates digestion. After a large meal, the dragon can live for days or even weeks without feeding again. During this process, its metabolism slows down and energy use drops to a minimum. This metabolic flexibility is one of the most important reasons it can survive for a long time with limited resources on Komodo Island. When you look at its social structure, Komodo dragons usually live alone. However, when they gather around a large carcass, a natural hierarchy forms. Larger individuals feed first, smaller ones wait. This order is not learned. It forms on its own based entirely on size and behavior. If this order is disrupted, conflict occurs. Komodo dragons can also fight with each other, and bites are used in these conflicts. So the venom system plays a role not only in hunting, but also in introspecies competition. Write this in the comments. Komodo dragon or the water buffalo living in the same region, which one is stronger? This question is much more interesting than you think. Reproductive biology. The Komodo dragon shows from another angle how extraordinary this animal is. Female Komodo dragons can perform parthenogenesis. This means reproduction can occur without a male. Eggs develop without fertilization, and offspring emerge. This feature is quite rare among vertebrates. In this way, even if the number of males drops to a critical level on an isolated island, the species can continue to exist. Years of development have created a kind of backup system for this animal. When the normal process does not work, an alternative comes into play. Newborn individuals are completely defenseless, and the first threat comes from their own species. Larger individuals can prey on the smaller ones. That is why young Komodo dragons live in trees. Adults cannot climb trees due to their body weight. This simple separation ensures the continuation of the species. The species balances the biggest threat within itself in this way. When you look at its impact on the ecosystem, the Komodo dragon is the apex predator on the island. However, this role is not limited to hunting. It also consumes carrion. In this way, it reduces the spread of bacteria and parasites and keeps the flow of organic matter returning to the soil in balance. Without the Komodo dragon, the ecological balance of this island would be very different. When you look at the population status, the situation is not very good. The total number of individuals in the world is around 6,000, and all of these animals live on a few small Indonesian islands. Habitat loss, climate change, and the decrease in prey numbers seriously affect this species. What would be lost with this decline is not just a species. The Komodo dragon is also very valuable for the scientific world. Its venom structure, parthenogenesis mechanism, and metabolism have been studied for many years. Especially the compounds in its venom are used as references in blood clotting and cardiovascular research. So this animal has an important place, not only in nature, but also in science. The most powerful animal of Indonesia is the Komodo dragon. But even this definition is not enough, because this animal means system more than power. strategy more than speed, an inevitable end more than an instant effect. And in the silence of Komodo Island, this animal is still doing the same thing. It sticks out its tongue, scans the air, calculates the distance, patiently controlled, and as always, securing the outcome. If you liked this video, do not forget to like and subscribe. If you are curious about which country and which animal I will talk about in the next video, turn on notifications. See you